Hi, I'm going to start out by asking you if you remember your first love. Was it someone in kindergarten you thought was love? Was it your first boyfriend who you couldn't live without? Was it someone you met at a bar where you mistook lust for love? Or have you yet to find it? I'm going to let you think about that while I tell you about mine. Now, my first love was a little unconventional, as in my answer's not a person, but a passion. My first love was horseback riding. I began riding when I was 4, and I still remember the day I fell in love with it, my first horseback riding lesson ever, clear as day. I was 4 years old, and it was a hot July morning, humid and muggy and sunny. I was standing next to the ring holding my mom's hand as my instructor walked over leading a chestnut pony. Now, I feel like I should remember my heart beating as I stepped onto the mounting block, ready to mount what seemed like this ridiculously big stallion. But that's not what I remember. I remember feeling confident. I remember feeling ready. I remember feeling just ready to get onto this gentle, beautiful giant. Now, in reality, Jerry, the old pony, was no giant, and he certainly was not a stallion, but compared to my 4-year-old string bean self, he definitely seemed like it. But once I was on and I had learned how to hold my reins correctly and sit up straight and properly with my heels in the right place, we began walking around the ring. And the most powerful dominant emotion I remember feeling was just contentness. I wasn't scared. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't anxious. I was, in the simplest of terms, just happy. I felt like I was where I should be. I was sitting on top of this amazingly beautiful animal who could take me out in any second if he wanted to, but instead was listening to my every wish, my every command, my every movement, and moving around the ring with me as if we were one. Now, even though I was only 4 and these emotions may seem a little profound, I still appreciated them, and I continued to appreciate it as I got better as a horseback rider. Now I can say, using my more matured mind, that I really genuinely believe, for me, that riding is better than therapy or yoga or meditation or a de-stressing drink with friends all combined. When I'm out there focusing on moving as one with a horse, with a 1,500-pound animal beneath me, and racing over 4.5-foot jumps, my mind is just completely blank, at ease, and at peace. When it's just me and a horse out there, galloping through a course, or going on a trail walk through the woods, or even just walking next to each other back to his stall, there's a certain type of feeling you get when you realize that you've just built this immensely strong bond with such an awesome animal. Now, I began riding when I was 4, and I'm now 21. And over my years of riding, I've ridden many different horses, I've competed in many different places, and I even used to skip school every February to go down and ride in Florida, which now I realize is a little crazy. However, because the sport does get continually expensive as you get better, I no longer compete. But however, the stopping of my competing doesn't hinder my love or passion for the sport. As every summer, I still exercise the horses at the stable for the barn and work as an instructor to teach kids just how great this sport really is. But I'm going to go back to my original question. After you listening to my story about found and continued passion, if I were to ask you again, do you remember what your first love was? Would you respond with the same answer? Or is there something else, something more unconventional, something that might be a passion, not a person, that you fell in love with when you were younger, like I did? Thank you.